What's up guys, and welcome to another video on my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to solve this cube. It's called the mirror cube or the bump cube, and I'm going to teach you guys how to solve it. Before we get started with the video, I highly recommend that you know how to solve a 3x3. And if you want to learn how to do that, you can watch my video that I have on my channel, link in the description. Alright, let's get started with the video. So solving this cube is very similar to a 3x3, and as you can see, there's 3x3, so 1, 2, 3 by 1, 2, 3, and it is a 3x3 cube with different shaped pieces. So the first step is to find a centerpiece, any centerpiece you want, and now you just gotta fumble around with the cube and play with it until you get a cross. So like here, I've just matched this piece with this centerpiece. And so I'm going to try finding other pieces that might match. Nope. Well, let's see. No. Oh. That one doesn't match either. So like that, you just got to play around with it until you get a cross. And then once you do that, you have to play around with it a little more until you get the corner pieces for this part in. Also, if you find a piece that doesn't fit or match up, you need to make sure that you check by putting it in all angles. And one way I like to check this, so I want to check if this piece matches up with these two pieces. And so I want to check that. One way I like to do it by is putting this face to the bottom and then putting the piece that I want to check if it matches on my bottom right if you flip it, and do this algorithm. R, U, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, U prime. And well, it didn't match after I do it 2 times, so I'm going to try that again. And woo, let's see, it matched up. So like that, you want to make sure that you check in all angles before you think that the piece doesn't match. Now I've gotten my bottom face done. I've made a cross and I found all the corners in. And don't worry if it takes you time, that's perfectly fine. This cube is a little tricky at the beginning. Alright, now the next step is to, put the solid face on the bottom like a 3x3 and then get the second layer in, just like the 3x3. And so first you want to match the corners, and not the corners, the centerpieces. So if it were like this, you'd want to match it like this, I guess, so that all the center pieces align with the bottom edge pieces. The next step would be to get all the edges in place. So you do this by checking the pieces at the top. So like, let's say this piece aligns with this piece. You want to check for all the pieces that align with the center pieces. This piece, since this piece aligns with this piece, I'm going to check. So I'm going to move it this way, and it lines with this centerpiece. So that means that this edge piece goes in this slot. And if I check here, in this case it doesn't match up, but you should check the other way too before you discard it. So in this case, since the edge piece goes over here, I'm going to do the algorithm that you would do in a 3x3. So since it's in between these two and it's on the left side, I'm going to move it to the left. Do R, U, R prime, U prime, whoops, and then move to the right side face. L prime, U prime, L. And now you've gotten the edge piece in here. And so like that, you would want to check all the other pieces. So in this case, I'm just going to go through all of these in the video. So here, I'm going to check the right. It doesn't align, so that means it doesn't go here. And I'm going to check to the, sorry, this one was the left. I think I said right. And I'm going to check to the right, and it does align. So that means this piece goes into this edge spot. So like I said, you look in the middle of these two center pieces, and since it's on the left side, you're going to move it to the left. R, U, R prime, U prime. Look at the right. L prime, U prime, L. And there you go. Now you have the edge piece in. And now I'm going to check for some other pieces. Let's see, this one doesn't align on the left, and doesn't align on the right. So that means this one doesn't work. This piece doesn't go here or here. Let's check some other pieces. Gonna twist them to check if Alright, so none of them match. So that means that these two pieces they go in these two spots, but they're not properly positioned. So for this, you would just need to take one piece out. And so that you would take one of the pieces out by putting one of these pieces in. So this time, since I've done cases on the left, I'm gonna do it to the right. So I'm gonna move it to the right. L prime, U prime, L, U, look at the left, R, U, R prime. And now I've gotten this piece out. So let's see, which one does it go in? Not that one, but this one. Alright, so now I'm going to put it in top and look at the two center pieces with the spot in the middle. And since it's on the right side centerpiece, I'm going to move it to the right. Look at the right and then move it to the right. So U prime there. And then L prime, U prime, L, U. Look to the left. R, U, R prime. And there you go. Now we have it. Now we have one final piece. Let's check. There you go. This piece matches up with this one. So since it aligns with the right side one, we're going to look at the left in the middle, and it's on the left side one. So we're going to look at the left and then do this. U, or move it to the left. R, U, R prime, U prime. Look to the right. L prime, U prime, L. And there you go. Now we've got all of them here. And you have to make sure that it aligns with either one of them. Because these pieces in the mirror cube, they're kind of weird. And it may look like they're aligned. Like, look at this piece. Kind of looks like it's aligned, but you see there's a gap. You want to make sure very closely that it's aligned. Now the next step, just like the 3x3, is to make a cross. And in this case, I guess it would be a gold cross. And so you need to know the cross cases. And if you don't, watch my 3x3 video. So in this case, I have the line case. And so I'm gonna do the line case algorithm. And there you go. Now I have the cross. And you know which case it is by looking at the flat pieces matched together. Now we're on to the final two steps of solving the mirror cube. And those are to align the top edge pieces with the center pieces, and then to permute the corners. So first, we're gonna align the edge pieces. And so by doing that, you wanna see which ones match up, I guess. So here, in this position, I have two of them matching up like this, and that's what I want. And I'm going to put the two matching up behind me, like an L. And if you don't have two of them matching up, you can do this algorithm that I'm about to show you. You can do it until you get two of them matching up, and then do this. So here's the algorithm. R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. And then U. And now I have the edge pieces aligned with these center pieces. Now for the final step, which is to permute the corners into their right spots. So that basically means getting the corners into their right spots and positioning them correctly. So first, you want to check to see if you have any corners in their correct places already. Let's see. This one is not in a correct spot. Nope. Nope. But this one is. And this one's been permuted already too. So I'm going to put the solved one. And even if it's not solved like mine, you can still put it. So don't do this, but sorry. If it's like this, it's still in the right spot. So you can keep it over here. So I'm going to put this corner here. When I look at the front face, top right. And this is the algorithm I'm going to do. U, R, U prime, L prime, U, R prime, U prime, L. And let's see. Now I have these two in their correct spots and these two in their correct spots. And if you don't get all of the corners in their correct spots, you just have to do the algorithm again with the solved corner over here. And if you didn't have a solved corner, do the algorithm as many times until you get a solved corner that you can put here. And so now you want to permute these two corners and position them correctly. So this face down, and then R, U, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, U prime. This is the method we use in my 3x3 video too. And then move it for this one. Sorry. R, U, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, U prime. And now once we turn that, we did it. We solved the mirror cube. And some things that I would like to say first is that you can use F2L, OLL, and PLL on this cube. It's just going to be tricky because it's kind of harder to notice which cases you get. And I personally don't use it because I think it slows me down. And that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you do, please make sure to like and subscribe.